God damn, that never gets old. What's up, guys? Veteran Gamer here. And today I'm reviewing Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. For the purpose of this review is actually broken up into two parts. The first part being the Iki Island DLC, and the second part being the PlayStation 5 upgrade. The Iki Island DLC upgrade is available for $20 while the PlayStation 5 upgrade is for $10. Both of them will be scored separately as they are separate parts, and one is more important than the other. Without further ado, let's make our way to Iki Island. Iki Island becomes available to players in the second act. The story of Iki Island follows Jin as he goes to confront the new protagonist, the Eagle, who, once you consume her magical medicine, she will inflict visions through you, and these visions can appear in both set pieces and at just random points throughout your playthrough. These visions really help flesh out Jin Sakai's story about his history and his past relationship with his father and how he failed his father, and about kind of like letting go of the past kind of thing. On top of this, it also fleshes out Jin's history with the island itself and its local inhabitants and how they feel about the samurai. The story pertaining to Iki Island is actually really good. It actually takes Jin Sakai's character, who's a good character, and elevates him even further, which is obviously good because more Ghost of Tsushima is never a bad thing. The only con about this new area is that this new area is actually really challenging. Even though the game gives you access to this area in Act 2, I would not recommend going here until you reach Act 3. My character of Jin was in endgame level, so I had finished the game, but I never started New Game Plus. And this area was a challenge. Upon reaching this new area, you will be quickly introduced to a new enemy type called a shaman. These shamans basically, they sit in the enemy's back lines, providing constant enchantment. These enchantments will buff all the enemies in the area, making them more stronger as well as more annoying, as they will spam their most annoying attacks on you until you kill the shaman. It is highly recommended that you kill the shaman first. Other AI improvements are when it comes to enemy types. Enemies now actually have multiple weapons and switch weapons on the fly, forcing you as Jin to switch your stance on the fly to counter what they are doing. This is actually a nice back and forth setup that happens multiple times throughout boss encounters and regular encounters. So it really helps keep you on your toes. On top of all of this, duels are back, but there is also new mini games. There's about 3 new mini games added to the island of Iki. One being a duel arena, which is kind of like a miniature puzzle solving. You basically have to fight people. It's a duel like karate style, where you take a point, reset, and there are different levels and different rewards for progressing through that. You also have an archery minigame, where you have to shoot X amount of targets in a certain time. The last minigame is you can call animals towards you using your flute, and you have to follow the wavelengths to trigger the minigame and finish it. Aside from this, the core gameplay is Ghost of Tsushima, and that's not a bad thing. That's always a good thing. The campaign is relatively short. It is about 4 hours or so just to do the main story. Upon completing the main story, there is a couple other areas, like I said, there's mini games and secrets to uncover. This expansion for $20 is well worth the price of admission. As stated earlier, more Ghost of Tsushima is never a bad thing. And in saying that, I will give the $20 expansion a perfect 10 out of 10. and it's definitely an expansion that should not be missed by any Ghost of Tsushima fans. Next up, we have the PlayStation 5 upgrade. This upgrade was very disappointing in my opinion. For starters, 60 frames per second, which is the biggest upgrade, is not part of it. That came for free at an earlier patch. On top of that, the game boasts faster load times, but these load times, they were fast to begin with even on a PS4. The Sucker Punch actually had to artificially make them longer for tips on the PlayStation 4. So yeah, it's faster, but not that much faster. On top of that, you have the visuals. The visual upgrade that they advertise, it's a minuscule upgrade in resolution and textures. It's not even noticeable. The only other visual upgrade that you will get is the Japanese lip sync to those who use it. Unfortunately for me, I play the game on English dub, so the Japanese lip sync, although it's good to have, did nothing for me personally. You have 3D audio. 3D audio is present, but it's just that, present. It's there. The nature of the game, you don't really get any benefit from 3D audio, and I never felt like it made a major impact. The last thing I want to touch on is the DualSense controller. Now, this is probably where the money goes, to be honest, because the DualSense controller is used fairly well. It is not better than Ratchet & Clank or Returnal, but it is used well. And in saying that, to me, personally, for my $10, I basically only got the value out of the DualSense controller. And to me, that is not worth the price of admission. So for me, I'm giving the PlayStation 5 performance upgrade a 5 out of 10. It is a 10 out of 10 for the main expansion. This is Veteran Gamer, and I hope to see you guys next time.